Okay, so last episode I kind of fibbed. We're not going to go over and meet the Leomon just yet. We are instead going to go and turn in our quests with Pawn, Chessmon White, and Kurata, the insane, uncomfortable doctor. And I also want to show off something about Shortstop. Of quick note, Shortstop here is a 3-5 Vmon. And I want to show you what he can do! Anyway, Pawn, Chessmon White, once again I'd like to reiterate that I am Piper, paying the Piper, and you really, if you're watching this and following along, want to complete the Pawn, Chessmon Black line of quests. You will see why that is really a good idea in short order. And this guy needs to go to town and recover his fatigue. What? No traces that matched! Nose, what are we going to do? We'll have to talk to Western Area Starmon of Passion. You can't be a genius like me, no matter how much you stare at me. Go do your job. There's nothing special about these samples at all. Poor Kurata, your plot fell flat. Suspicious actions. I recently saw some Leomon. Leomon! They're totally not going to die! Running gag. Wouldn't that qualify as an overly long running gag now? Very interesting. Bring me 5 mutant samples. For the mutant samples, it does not matter who you go and pound on, so long as they're a variable. Now, once again, they didn't quite think this through, or mutant just didn't sound right. Reminding them too much of X-Men. But for mutant samples you want, ta-dum, variations. Now, I'd like to show you guys something about Shortstop. And I shouldn't have started with an attack first. Okay. Finish this guy up. But yeah, as you can see, as a 3-5 Shortstop doesn't have that much defense. He doesn't have that much oomph in the power department. He's also, for something different, a light attribute. Go figure. But this is what I want to show off. Shortstop. 2 V-Dramon. Okay. His F2, V-Breath Arrow. I've only boosted it twice. This is what it does. Watch the HP bar. Did you see that? One V-Breath Arrow took out 2/3 of Leomon's health. And this Vmon is just a 3-5. Can you imagine what a 4-5, or heaven help you, a 5-5 could do? This is why I am glad that there is no PvP in this game. Because if there were, you can bet your bumpkins that this skill would be abused like nuts. 2/3! And if he's going against a virus, and I've tried this against viruses, they go down to, like, a sliver of their health left. It's ridiculous! Amazing when you're in a fight against a generated character or a mob, but can you imagine the havoc that would cause in PvP? Ugh! Owie! That just would hurt. You brought Mudfridgemon's letter? Yes, because I can't pronounce Mudfridgemon's strange, wrong name. Other quests. Let's see here. Recently, so many humans are coming to the digital world, some of them are bad. Kurata! We're simply fighting for the peace of the digital world. That's all. Yes, because Leomon are the police! I'll do this for you. But I can't help you now, as you see, because ever-emerging Digimon, I can't leave this place. I want you to do it for me. You're saying you're ones who worsen the situation. I call them leaders, and yet they make the situation worse. That's just peachy. Lots of my colleagues are wounded by the rampaging Digimon. Unless we treat them soon, they could lose their lives. Okay, the healing medicine. Quick look. It's been a while since I did this. 5 medicines. Looks like the leader also took. I think you have to fight leader variations. Any leader will do. Don't quote me on that. We're about to find out, though. Hell, any leader variations. Yeah, let's confuse the two types. No. Any Digimon with the name leader in its class, I think, will drop the medicine. I vaguely recall when I did this quest as Mizuchi that it was the Red Vegemon who dropped them. But then again, if this is a random anybody can drop them quest, it won't really matter. And what's that? Ooh, okay, a variation dropped the mutant Digimon thing. Ooh, okay. I am going to go ahead and... I can't help it. I know I'm not low enough to have to evolve right now, but still, watch that arrow fly! Boom, 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 boom. I think the last episode I was talking about Taichi and Vegemon from V-Tamer's manga. To my knowledge, that manga never jumped upon to an English translation. To borrow a British statement about going from America to Europe. And so it's wonderful the lights were never seen outside of scanlations, or scanned in and translated via photoshopping mechanisms. Which is kind of sad, because that manga, for all of its was pretty fun. I mean, in a general, different from 01 and 02. Definitely different from 02. Speaking of, however, the manga had crossovers with those different seasons. Not so much directly with our friggin' son of a... Revert. Not so much with Season 1, because Taichi meeting Taichi would just be all sorts of continuity snarl in and of itself. But it did have Davis meet Taichi. It had... I don't think anybody from from Season 3 dropped in. Though I could be mistaken. In addition to that, they had the leader dude from Season 4, which is a season I never watched. Yes, input your complaints of, oh, but it was good, or great, you missed a horrible show, down in the comments, please, thank you. So I don't recall the name of that leader person, Mon. There's a psychology lesson for you right there. This channel has been removed. If you ever see this pop up, do not panic. Just go to your channel selector, switch one that you're not on, go. Loading screen! These tend to be quicker because you're not changing, or not reloading visuals and what have you. Okay, moving on. Season 4 dropped by to say hello, at least his leader did. Their leader did, for some life lesson that was never learned in the show. Of course my computer would pop this up now! Arrgh, go away. Okay, the funny things your computers do when you're least expecting them! Moving on. That was a delayed sparkle burst. Right. Season 5, because of the delay between Season 4 and 5, Marcus, English name of Season 5's dude, never got to meet the Taichi from the V-Tamer, which is kind of sad, because man, Taichi could have taught him a few things about being badaft. If you thought the Keeper of the Crest of Courage in the television show was badaft, dude, there is no comparing between Taichi of the comics and Taichi of the TV show. They are two completely different people. The Taichi of the TV show... Okay, well, they did have one thing in common. They were both idiots when it came to computers. But with the manga, Taichi didn't have the rest of the Chosen Children to back him up. He was all by himself, and dang did he take care of problems. He did it in a roundabout way that would have made Izzy, like, slap his forehead in frustration, but he got it done. He saved the day. Repeatedly. It was a wonderful little show. I also had one guy that could give Matt lessons on how to be emo. He was just that... Actually, no, he could give Matt lessons on angst. Angst. It was epic for a very odd little manga. I think I still have a copy floating around somewhere. Huh. Anyway, enough of me rambling about V-Tamer while I go All Force Featurebon! Okay, one more thing before I quit going All Force Featurebon! Why is the spelling like that? It makes it look, I don't know, but just not an aesthetically pleasing name. When he's actually one of the most badass knights in the world. He needs more fans. I swear, he does not have a big enough fan base. That must be changed. Yes, the next thing I'll do after writing up this video is or editing up this video is I will go and create an All Force Featuremon fan page. Yeah, no, I'm not that dedicated. Nor am I that insane, nor do I know enough about internet-y stuff. Did I... Yay. Okay. Seems that we completed the leader quest while I wasn't looking. Go... lack of paying attention to your quest list? Yeah. Anyway. Let's pop back to Veemon. That's the big downside of 3.5 overall. If you've got a 3.5, you're gonna be hopping a lot between rookie and adult. I am just not paying all sorts of attention tonight, now am I? Okay. Quest list. Defeat Kiwimon, Red Vegiemon, Flymon, Bergermon leaders. You do not defeat the Leomon leaders. Hello. Oi. Okay, so, on that abysmal note of failure, Gans? I completely missed what type of Mon that was just hatched, but Gans? Okay. So on that note, and after having endured, I don't know, 7-8 minutes of me ranting on and on about V-Tamer, and if you can find a copy, you're incredibly lucky. And it is worth watching, or reading through, if only for the bwahaha moments. They have Vamdemon in there, or excuse me, Myotismon. He is special. Let me just say he's special. And we'll move on from there. So, this is Paying the Piper! And after having endured a annoying humiliation of not reading the quest list, I will leave you guys to bemoan my stupidity. Thank you, and good night!